Jeremy, hello, my friend. How are you?
Hello. I'm excellent. How are you doing, Jesse?
I'm doing well. I'm here in Persia, ancient Persia, some might say. It's not me, though. It's the artist formerly known as Prince of Persia. Right here, Sargon is his name, and Warping Through Time is his game.
His name is Sargon?
His name is Sargon.
Like the ancient king / controversial
I was just going to say, nothing to do with the YouTuber.
Okay,
not related.
Just checking.
So this is Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. This is from Ubisoft Montpellier, one of Ubisoft's French studios. They have made in the past the Rayman games, the originals, and the newer platformer ones, Origins and Legends. Those are two modern classics, in my opinion. They make some great games, Valiant Hearts, stuff like that. Incredibly creative team. This is their first jab at the Prince of Persia series. We're here in the Haven, the sort of hub area of the game. You don't come here too often, but it is sort of story relevant. Now, before we get into things, though, I do want to show one thing that I think if they had done more marketing for this game using this character, they would have made a lot more money. So let's take a look at that real quick. So this thing, I need to show this. Again, no one's talking about it. Big Red Lady?
Oh, Big Lady could sell games. Like
baby, I'm telling you, it's been the year of Big Red Lady. Karlach from Baldur's Gate 3.
True.
Others, I'm sure.
This is like Dark Souls Karlach.
Yeah, dude. And like, look, fiery hair. Her name also starts with a K.
There you go.
And she's where you go to get your... Look at that. Look at that drawing. Put that on the cover. I don't even care if I don't play as her. It's fine. You would have sold 1 million more copies of this.
That's a very like it's like more dramatic version of like Hades art style or something is what it reminds me of.
Yeah, for sure. I like the painted sort of scratchy brush that they're using for the highlights and the con. Yeah, it's very well done. This is a good looking game. The people at Montpellier know what they're doing. But you come to Kahiva to upgrade your weapons, upgrade your equipment. You have these amulets which give you different abilities. Some of them will increase damage. Some of them will create new things that you can do. Parrying is part of this game. It's kind of a character action combat Metroidvania. It's a mishmash of things, but it is a good mishmash and not one that feels like it's plagiarizing things. So
yeah, tell me a little bit about Prince of Persia while we're at it, because
Sure.
I know this is a Metroidvania. I know nothing else, and I have never played a Prince of Persia game in my life.
Ooh, I got some old currency.
Xerxes.
Oh, Xerxes. Selling, he's got coins. So Prince of Persia classic series started, of course, with the Jordan Mechner game however long ago, before I was born, probably. Sorry, everyone. And it's, it's a classic side-scrolling, actually very similar to this, and it's not in its presentation, but in that it's a side-scroller, where the series became, after Ubisoft took over, a 3D platformer, especially Sands of Time being one of the more beloved entries in the series. People love Prince of Persia Sands of Time. I know I do. It's kind of the best of the three. That was what happened was they did the trilogy, and then in 2000, I'm getting smoked over here. And then in 2008, fuck, this guy's just getting in my booty.
It's because you're doing a history of while you're fighting him, which is
that's the problem.
Mode.
Yeah, hey, man, you think people were hitting?
Can you
Play-Doh?
lighten up? We're
Like,
trying to make
come
a
on,
video
bro.
here, dude.
Yeah, dude. Bro. You know what?
We're recording this, dude.
Have
Can
one
you
of
just go
these.
easy on my boy for a minute?
Have my anime special attack. Now what are you gonna do? Now you're dead.
Hey.
Dead. Anyway, 2008, Prince of Persia comes out. The cel-shaded art style. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that came out, and then they did another one in the classic style for some reason. I don't know what they were doing over there at Ubisoft. And now we're here. This is the latest entry. I think it was 12, 13 years since the last Prince of Persia game.
Wow.
So this being the one they come back to it with, instead of a 3D platformer action game like they did with the original trilogy, to come back and do a 2.5, that's what we use, 2.5D Metroidvania is a little strange. I think there's a reasonable amount of apathy towards this decision, but the team has made a really, really good game. So
it looks really good. This is like incredibly fluid. The I was expecting it to remind me more of Hollow Knight, but kind of the juggling in the game feel reminds me almost of like of God of War a little bit or something.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. God of
And
War.
I mean that as a
something
compliment. Like I think it feels like juicy and like I don't know. You're beating people up in the sky and then like juggling them.
I think the combat of this game, for all of its qualities, I was shocked by how good it is. Like, it doesn't have to be this good. Making a game that's a Metroidvania that has combat, the Hollow Knight comes to mind right away, right? Tons of dashing, tons of moving around, tons of, like, whoa, what's he doing? Is he going back and forth? Who's to say? Is he dashing in the air? Is he spinning on poles? That's all good. That's all well and good. But Prince of Persia, in its classic style, does all of this stuff. So you take the Jordan Mechner style sort of 2D Prince of Persia game, and then you take the Metroidvanias of today and mix them together, and this is kind of what you get, but it also has elements of those 3D Prince of Persias, like Sands of Time and Warrior Within and everything. So it's catching all of that.
Does he control
sort of
time?
franchise.
Is that just Sands of Time where he controls time, or is that a Prince of Persia thing generally?
That's just a Prince of Persia thing in general, where you can reverse time.
Okay.
This one doesn't really lean into the mystical power stuff as much. You can't like freely rewind time to retry any puzzles, but it does incorporate it into smaller things, which I think is probably a better way of doing it. So we're gonna pick this up here. Ooh, a book. It's a lot of words. Not reading that.
I have a Prince of Persia question unrelated to this game. How does he reverse time? I've seen like clips where he like falls on the spikes and then he's like, oh, reversey, and like reverses off of the death. How do you will time to reverse if you're already dead?
So it's funny, in Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, when you die in that game, he just says, oh, no, that's not right. And you reverse
he's
time.
Like watching it happen?
Yeah, he's like the narrator telling the story of his life, and he's like, I'm super cool and didn't die.
Actually, I didn't say that embarrassing thing at the bar, and everyone liked me.
Yeah, and then everyone clapped. That's basically how they resolve it in Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
I was always curious about that.
So I'm making my way to. I'm going to show off a couple things. Making my way to a boss fight here. I'm trying to show off some of the mechanics. So you have a couple of tools in your toolkit. You have these regular blades that allow you to do melee attacks, and there's tons of different ways that you can use it in combat. So it's not just hitting enemies, it's also like you can knock them into the air, you have launchers, you have like juggles that you can do. You eventually unlock a bow and arrow, and you can hold your arrow shot, and instead you get this like wall bouncy, and they show you the line, which is really cool. This wall bouncy, physics-based almost, I guess it's not really physics, it's bouncing off a wall like that. It kind of defies the laws of physics with anything. And then it can come back to you sort of like a boomerang. Whoa, but it also interacts with these gears. So there's lots of different ways you can do things there.
This is beautiful, by the way. Right?
Look at the background.
The depth and parallax is unbelievably nice.
It's beautiful. That team just makes real... Did you ever play the Rayman Legends or Origins games?
No, I've seen footage of them, but I've never played a single Rayman game either. I guess I haven't played many games by this studio.
That's fair. You're missing out on, I would argue, the games that are best from Ubisoft in general, but especially Montpellier's output. Really impressive. So there's let's knock this guy in the air. Let's see what happens. Hit him in the spikes. Yeah, cool. Combat's fun. Combat's solid. I like it. The bigger thing here for me is the puzzles. The puzzles are phenomenal in this game. I don't want to show off too many of them because it's kind of a spoiler for, again, my favorite part of the game. I don't think that's fair to show that off to too many people, but I will show a couple things that I think are pretty interesting, or like, I wasn't expecting that to be in a Metroidvania game, but it is very common for Prince of Persia games to have solid puzzles that show up from time to time. So
the combat looks very like I just played Blasphemous 2 recently, which is so heavy and oppressive. I feel like this would be like a good next Metroidvania to play, because I was by the late game in that I was like, oh my god, I just want to like fly around the screen and like juggle people.
Right, and I mean, compared to Blasphemous 2, nobody's ripping their skin off in this game, so it's a little easier to stomach too.
Oh, never mind, I'm out.
That was the whole reason I played. That's not a common thing in Metroidvanias. People aren't ripping their skin off.
I thought that was like a genre trope.
Yeah,
in Metroidvanias.
Oh man, Hollow Knight would have been way more interesting. So something that I think is actually, speaking of tropes in the Metroidvania genre, something that the series, or the genre rather, tends to struggle with is getting players to remember what's going on. The larger the maps get, the harder it is to keep track of things. And the way that most of them do it is the markers, right? You've seen this before. You press A somewhere, there's teeth over here, or like
there's teeth over there.
Maybe there's a guy, maybe Markiplier's over here. Who's to say? But this game revolutionizes map markers, because now anywhere you are, you press down on the D-pad, and you've memorized a vision of what's going on.
Oh.
So you go to the map, and you have taken a picture. of
Dude.
what you couldn't access. So like if you
That's
ever
such a
run
good
onto something
feature.
like that, you do that.
I can never remember. I always put markers in games, and I'm like, skull is here, and I never remember what they mean because
Yeah.
they're not articulate enough for me. I'm like, oh, there's like a secret here, and I need the jump power that I don't have yet, and I need like a note taking system.
Right,
That's brilliant.
exactly. So this solves that problem really, really clearly. And it's cool too because obviously that could be super abusive. Players could just constantly be dropping them wherever they see something that they're unsure they can solve, even though they might be able to. They just don't realize it, right? So they're just, your map would be covered in these pictures. So instead of doing that, they limit it as a resource. In the top left there, you can see it was 16 before, now it's 15. So you can only take so many pictures to encourage the player to like go resolve things that they've done in the past, or again, not take too many of them. Really smartly designed system, and you unlock more over time as well. The more puzzles you solve, you get like +5 things per go. It's really
Very clever. Wait, what was that place was called the Soma tree? Do they talk about Soma in this game?
Dude, yeah, you take a pill to stay happy, man. That's what the whole game is. No, I don't know.
Hell yeah. The ancient Vedic, I don't need to get into it. I studied this shit too much in college, but it's like the ancient Vedic like elixir that gives people like power and stuff. But
oh, is that what
some
it is?
people
Yeah, I only
theorize-
know of Soma because of the video game, and then the Aldous Huxley book, Brave New World. Is that Aldous Huxley?
Yeah, totally. In the Vedic scripture, it's like an elixir that people take that makes you like powerful and wise and like ready for battle. But
So it's
some
the
people think
limitless
it was-
pill? What?
Well, some people think it was Syrian rue seeds mixed with like a dimethyltryptamine containing like phalaris grass or something.
Hey,
So it
come
was
on,
like
man. We're gonna get banned for teaching people how to make drugs.
Can we get banned for talking
Settle-
about ancient ayahuasca?
Settle down. So,
Okay, bud.
So here's one of these puzzles. So this is really cool. Around the world, there's these sort of random. You see these little platforms, and you're like, what is this for? This is a tip for anyone that wants to play this game and is like, what are these platforms? These are puzzles. These are denoting that in the area there's a puzzle to solve. And when I saw this area for the first time, I was like, what is this? What am I doing? I don't see a puzzle here. Actually, there is a puzzle, and you just gotta cut the grass. You just you're just playing Lawnmower Simulator, and what do you get? Hold on. What do you get?
It's
Boom.
like Harvest Moon.
Look at it. It's like Harvest Moon, baby. There we go. Look at that. And now I got a leaf. Or a petal, sorry, from the Soma tree. See, this is how you make the classic ayahuasca.
This is how you get me in, as you talk about Soma, and now I'm like, whoa.
Can I
This
make
game
drugs
has
in your
Soma?
video game?
Well, this game got ancient drugs. I shouldn't say, in case it's not drug. There are people who are that's like religiously important to them. They're like, it's not drugs, but
Sorry to everyone. Sorry to my
yeah.
apologies.
Sorry if you're like an ancient
If
Vedic
you're a
scholar.
Zoroastrianist, our apologies. Sorry. So we're gonna make our way to the next little thing. I just want to highlight a couple cool things in this game because this is a Metroidvania, right? I could spend like 20 minutes in the same section and just never show you anything interesting because I can't get past one of the platforming challenges. Yeah, let's go over here. So another part of this is there's a ton of side quests that they give to you, which was surprising to see. I didn't think there would be so many, but they actually, yeah, they give you challenges and scenarios and boss fights that you can do once you've interacted with a certain set of characters. It's pretty good. This game is, I really like this game. I think when it got announced, it sort of got maybe the wrong impression.
Yeah, like they didn't telegraph that it was a Metroidvania enough, or what do you mean?
This guy's just giving me quests. Yeah, when they showed it off, it was clear that it was definitely a side-scrolling platformer. You could sort of infer that it was a Metroidvania. But when it got announced, people thought Sargon was supposed to be the Prince of Persia, so they're like, whoa, a game called Prince of Persia where you don't play as the Prince of Persia? What? Next you're going to tell me I don't play as Metroid in Metroid, or Zelda in Zelda. But then also the music was like off. They played some hip-hop song, I don't remember what it was. People were like, that's not like Prince of Persia, and I'm like, whatever, the game looks cool, shut up. And it is cool. It turns out I was right. I bet correctly on a Ubisoft game. That's maybe the one time I can say that confidently.
Yes, is Sargon a good protagonist? Like, how's the narrative elements of this game?
So the story is actually not as involved as I was expecting it to be. It's sort of there to get you into the world and doing things, but there are some characters that you care about, and if you bother to read into the story a little bit more, it is actually pretty... It's deeper than it seems. So you were playing as Sargon, who's one of the sort of gods of Persia, or he's like a godlike being, who have these special abilities, and they're really strong, and they're the defenders of Persia. And you're appointed by the queen, whose name I can't remember, and you are protecting the prince. Prince Hassan is his name. And you
wait, is everyone named after a
creator.
YouTuber or Twitch
Yep.
streamer?
Okay,
so is the core conflict of this game that you're like, there's too many immigrants here, and then there's like a guy who's like, actually that's not true. Is that?
You know what? That might be a little bit more interesting of a plot. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not trying to knock it. It's just, it's very like you're betrayed by your people, and you have to defend yourself against them and save the prince and that sort of thing. So it's very simple, but it's cute, and it sets up a sort of shonen anime style to it, where every character has a thing that they're good at, and that's what they do. I've already been here. Like each character has a very distinct design. Like Sargon looks like Sargon, but then there's a guy that's very descriptive. But then there's another guy who's like a big burly man with an anchor for a weapon, and he's like all about the water, and that's his whole thing. And you have a female warrior who has a pike that she uses to attack, and she's really cool. Like everyone's designs are really well done, and you know who's gonna betray you pretty much right away because you can see their faces. And yeah, it's a really really surprising, I don't know, cast of characters. I didn't think they were going to stand out as much as they do, but when you see them, you're kind of like happy to see them. Like it's nice to see another character in the world.
Nice. Yeah, this looks really good. I definitely want to pick this up. I went to pick this up and it wasn't on Steam, and I immediately was like, I'll get it later.
Is it not on Steam?
Lazy. Is it not on Steam? I googled it, and maybe I thought it was like
probably
just on Ubisoft's service.
Yeah, Ubisoft Plus.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong.
Or Ubisoft, whatever they call it now. Connect? Is that the app? I guess. I don't know. What if they just disconnected from having that app and used something else like Steam?
I don't think it's on Steam. I think it's just on Epic Games.
Epic. The games are epic. You know they are because we said they are.
Because we put it in the name.
Yeah. Now you can go... Okay, I found where I was trying to go. Now you can go to play Fortnite and then hop on over. Play some Prince of Persia. Why not?
A perfect pairing. So
this is sort of when you're traversing the world, there's these little micro puzzle feels like the wrong thing to say, but it is kind of like... It's a little, do you remember your mechanics? So far I've shown that you can do these melee attacks. You can do, fun things, knock people in the air, jump around. There's this dash that you unlock pretty early on. But there's this other mechanic which really leans into the Prince of Persia, Sands of Time control gameplay. And it's this little, you press left trigger, and look at this guy. Who's this guy?
Oh.
What's this guy about? So you go to hit this switch, and you're like, oh, I can't go in, but I can go in over there.
In the past. Oh, that's cool.
Boyakasha. Boy, look, he's over here now. I'm over here.
Damn.
So that's one of the big
time puzzles
things.
Are cool, man.
Dude, time puzzles always.
I'm glad this has like time fuckery. I wasn't sure if that was just a Sands of Time thing because it's in the name, but that's really cool.
Yeah, you know what? Time puzzles specifically. There was one thing I wanted to show, and then I decided I'm not going to do that because it's literally probably the coolest puzzle I've done in an action platformer or any Metroidvania in a very, very long time. The only way I would describe it is, it's like if suddenly the game was Braid for like 20 minutes. That's what I was like. I cannot believe this is the puzzle that I'm doing right now. It was so impressive, so smart,
wow.
Such a good use of the mechanics. And you can use that. Here's how you fast travel, by the way. You pray to whatever this is called. You're just like, what up? What up? I'm teleporting. Whoa. Map is huge, by the way. Look at this thing. Look at this thing.
Nice.
It's gigantic.
Oh, wow.
There's so much.
That's
this
a
isn't even
proper
all.
Metroidvania map.
Yeah, like prime. It's got colors. It's got sections with words on it. You can see art.
That's all you need, baby.
So that's the hallmarks of
that's
the
all
series.
it takes to make me happy.
Yeah, baby. That and ayahuasca.
little cup of ayahuasca. You play this game, you're gonna have a good night.
Is that why you're always in the desert, Jeremy? Is that what it is?
No, not necessarily. Although I think they probably I did see some weird like psychedelic statues in the desert, so I think they probably got some out there.
Ooh. Would you ever go through the desert in Persia, in ancient Persia? You think you'd have fun doing that, or would that just be like a death sentence?
I don't know. I feel like I don't have many survival skills in the ancient world. Like I wouldn't have any like backpackers meals and stuff, so I feel like I would just die.
Damn. Not even bringing some ancient trail mix?
Yeah, exactly. I like being outside, but I wouldn't call myself like much of a survivalist.
Right. You're glamping a lot, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm sleeping on the ground in the dirt, but but I'm definitely not doing it with any sort of skill or pizzazz. It's kind of just I just like being in the dirt.
Yeah, that's fair. I haven't gone camping much myself, but I imagine the desert may be the worst place to do it. Like just
No, it
in
rocks,
general.
dude. When
Really?
you inevitably come to California, I'll tell when Danny and I went to the Mojave, he looked up at the stars the first night we were there, and there was like a tear in his eye, and he was like, "This is unbelievable." Like,
Damn.
yeah, come out to California. I'll take you camping, bud. We'll go to
Alright.
ancient Persia in our minds.
Hell yeah, dude. That's
We'll
the
go on a
power-
spirit journey.
I was
to
just gonna say,
ancient
man.
Persia.
That's the power of the ayahuasca, brother.
Oh my god.
Woo-wee. So you've seen the combat here I'm doing, right? Fun things, whipping around. Whoa, getting my ass beat. Really getting my ass beat. Bro, let me block. Come on. Do it. Do it. Fun animations, you fucker.
Yeah, the animation's really good.
It's so tight.
Oh.
It's a real game, dude. This is a real game.
That was like a Street Fighter like screen explosion.
Yeah, so I'm trying to... No one's doing it, though, but sometimes when you parry, you get these special animations if they're doing a special parryable. It looks really cool. Just, like, fun. There's a lot of juice in this game. A lot of, like, everything feels good, especially getting hit.
Just showing that. I just need the audience to see what
Exactly.
it's like.
I'm just showing what's good. Just, like, it flows so well. It's so slick. There's no... and it's not challenging.
Too.
Sorry?
I said this is some nice platforming too. I was most of what we've seen has like been puzzles and combat, but this is a nice little like platforming section.
Oh yeah, there's tons of these moments, a classic Prince of Persia fashion as well, that are just these long strings of extremely challenging platforming. I've seen people compare it to Celeste. I would say that's pretty apt because it's tough. You die in one hit because there's spikes and everything, so you're kind of forced to be careful with what you're doing in a way that I don't know. Again, I don't think a lot of Metroidvanias are this tight, which is not an insult to other Metroidvanias. It's more a compliment to how good this game feels to play.
Yeah, this looks really good. I'm definitely gonna check this out.
Nice. If I could sell more people on the multi-million-dollar corporation's company, I've succeeded in my job.
Hey, if they made a good game, that's all it takes to make me happy.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Oh my god. Stop. I swear it feels good. What is going on? Dude, I'm going to literally lose it. There we go. All right. I knew what I was saying. It's fine. It's all good. It's all
Just
good.
showing off what could happen. You know,
Yeah,
if you aren't as experienced as Jesse at this game, that might happen to you.
In my defense, there are other abilities that you unlock later, and my muscle memory is set up for those, is my excuse for being bad at the game.
That is fair.
So when you're in combat, you can do this like charged up Zelda forward / attack. Look at that.
It's like Mega Man.
Yeah. But if you use the time wizard powers, boom, and then you go back, you're still charging the thing.
Oh wow, that's actually really cool.
Right? So you can like use that in combat, charge up an attack, and then like dodge out of the way of stuff, hit them with another one, boom. It's so sick. And you can do that in the middle of any animation. It's full cancelable. So like if you're jumping, you can just be in boom, I'm back. What's up? I'm back to doing things. Like,
that's actually super cool.
Dude, this game is a character action game through and through. If you told me this was Bayonetta 4, I'd be like, where's Bayonetta? And then I would tell you, yeah, I believe you, actually. This is sick.
Oh, man. That's really cool. I love when mechanics combine in, like, immersion, unexpected ways like that. Like, when I saw that mechanic at first, I was like, oh, cool, that's literally just for, like, you close a door and you're on the other side. But that's very interesting and unexpected.
Yeah, this game definitely found a good way to marry these puzzle-oriented abilities, but also put them in combat. Like, I'd love to know how they designed that and what was the process of it. Did they were like, screw it, it works everywhere, and just, you know, or did they make it work for the puzzles and they were like, oh, that would actually be a really cool combat mechanic? Who's to say?
Was that a tree man? Was that a aggro
Oh yeah,
tree
I just
man?
walked past a treant. Like, I've seen them 40 times now, but that just...
This blew my mind. It was like the biggest, craziest dude that we've seen so far.
Yeah, so these guys, I don't know why they're here. I think because they're defending the tree, the Soma tree that's been infected.
This is the
We're
Soma
going up
boys.
to a big boss fight right now as well.
Oh, nice. Oh.
Boom. Big healing aura. So you have these special abilities as well. They're called Athra Surges. You build up your Athra by fighting things. It's like your energy bar. With
mana. Persian mana.
Exactly, yeah. And you get these special abilities. You unlock a bunch of them through doing boss fights where you fight time-warped versions of yourself to unlock different abilities. It's very cool. It's very fun.
That's awesome.
Now he's dead. I've killed the tree.
You must feel real good about yourself.
I do.
Killing an innocent tree man.
I'll be honest. I feel good. That's a tough
did
enemy.
look pretty evil. To be fair, that was an evil tree.
Dude, look at this tree. This poor tree. It's been infected. It's got a floating head above it. So sad.
It's in a bad way.
Yeah. It's purple, too, so automatically evil. What's he have to say? Oh, nothing. Okay. Thanks for coming, bud. So these are some of the surges that you have. You've got like this forward slash. You see a little video in the right there. Look at him. Whoa! Big cuts. Big like forward projectile wave. Boom. He's angry while he's doing it. All these little things. You unlock a ton of them as time goes on. They act as, again, cancellables. So like you can be in the middle of something, do them, stop stuff. If your enemy's doing a unblockable attack, whoa, I'm being ambushed. You can activate them to disable it.
That was cool how they came out of the background like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments like that where they interact with the background and the foreground as well. They're just getting bodied over here in the corner, though. I've woken up. My hands are working again.
Stun locked them in the corner.
Yep.
If we were playing a multiplayer game, I'd be like, dude, just stop. Give me a minute.
You're getting infinite in the
like
corner. I'm sorry,
game.
all right?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I don't know the terminology because I don't play fighting games, but it's happened to me so many times.
Do you see that? Do you see that? You see how sick that was?
That was really cool.
You can, like, throw this, I think it's called a chakram, and you can just keep deflecting it.
Dude, stop Hadoukening me.
Yeah,
Come
bro,
on.
stop! Oh, God. Oh. Oh, and you do have limited ammo for your bow as well. So it creates a scenario where you gotta, like, look out for these if you want to solve puzzles and also use them in combat.
Do they usually have those near a puzzle where it requires it? So
yeah, absolutely. They're not going to just be like, hey, buddy, go back 45 minutes. Go find some arrows.
20 minutes and find some arrows, bud.
Yeah, loser.
Why'd you use all your arrows, dumbass?
Yeah, where were you fighting things in the air? Were you shooting at birds?
Were you doing combat in this Metroidvania?
You moron. You're supposed to be ready for puzzles.
This is a puzzle game.
Fighting Sonic the Hedgehog over here. I mean, it is kind of a puzzle game. There's a lot of interesting puzzles. Again, I don't want to spoil, but they're very, very good. And the solutions, I was like, I can't believe how much thought goes into these. You know, I think, oh, it's just like a platforming puzzle. I gotta how do I get past this block? I bet I just jump over it. Nah, man, there's like little things that actually I had to really think about. Maybe I'm just not good at video games. Who's to say? This footage is perhaps showing that might be the case. But I feel like I should be able to solve some puzzles in a game that's rated T for teen.
That's nice. I feel like a lot of Metroidvanias, when they have puzzles, are kind of like, it almost feels like it's just to break up the rhythm from the combat. It's nice to hear that they actually leaned into the design of the puzzles a lot and that they're actually challenging. I like a good hard puzzle. I'm a survival horror nerd.
That's right. That's right.
Hell yeah.
Whoa! I saved you the time. We're here now, at the near the boss fight. I totally didn't do this earlier. I promise. This is I used all my skill and didn't just have a game over screen. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are we gonna see a boss fight?
Yeah, this is gonna be a boss
spoilery?
fight here. This is gonna be a big,
cool.
serious boss fight.
I was curious what the bosses look like. I didn't want to like request it in case it was too much. But
This one has
eager to
like
see.
the least attachment to the narrative, so I don't feel too bad showing this one off. But it is a pretty cool moment.
These cinematics look great.
Dude, yeah.
Don't leave so soon.
Oh, Tree Queen.
I'm always in need of new servants.
Is the forest evil, or it's like infected with evil in
It's
this game?
infected with evil, I believe, by this woman.
Cool. You don't see many pieces of fiction where the forest is just inherently evil. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
look at
that's
that
true.
Title screen.
Dude, right? So cool. It's like Borderlands. Whoa!
Oh my god. Oh, speaking of coming out of the background, that was wild.
Gotcha. Now, I will say I have almost finished this game. I'm pretty sure I'm right before the final boss. I think I've had to fight this boss like 30 times in a row. It was really
Really?
challenging. But now it's easy.
Practiced. Brought your A game.
Exactly. You said you haven't played many Metroidvanias. Is it just Hollow Knight and Blasphemous? Is that it?
No, I've played a bunch of Metroidvanias. Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely I haven't played I've never played any of the Metroid games, and I've never played a Castlevania game, but I've sure played a lot of games that are derived from either one of them.
Right. Now you're gonna go back and play them and be like, these games really inspired a whole genre of video games?
Yeah, I should go back and play them. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what some of my favorite are. It's been a while since I played a one that I really liked. I really like Salt and Sanctuary, actually. That's a really good game. You ever play that one?
No, I've heard really good things about it, though. I've wanted to play it. That one and not the sequel. I've heard the sequel's not so much, unfortunately.
The sequel's a little rough. Yeah, I give it a shot. I mean, they're co-op, and I feel like I've played games that are co-op that are not my favorite and just had a good time because I'm playing it with friends. But I would recommend the Salt and Sanctuary. The first one is really, really fun.
All right, but you've never played any of the Castlevanias.
No, I've never. I have is it Symphony of the Night? Is that on PS1?
Yep, Symphony of the Night. That's the PS1. Yep.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of that on my Retroid, but I've never given it a proper go. I should though.
Oh, damn. Yeah, you'd like it.
And then Rondo of Blood is one I want to check out.
I don't know if that one falls under the Metroidvania banner.
Is that not a Metro? Is that just like an action game?
Yeah, I think that one's more like Castlevania 4.
Oh, okay, cool. I just
Gotcha.
like Rondo. I just thought that was a cool word
That
because
is a
I've never
cool
heard it before.
Boom! Look at that.
Oh,
Got
man,
him.
that was like a comic book panel.
Yeah. Yeah, this game has a very unique style. It's just very impressively made, and you could feel the sauce and everything. It's yeah. Ah.
Yeah, it's got a lot of juice and screen. I feel like everything you've done has some sort of reactive element, whether it's a huge explosion of red comic book streaks or screen shake or whatever. It's got a lot going on. They juiced it up.
Yeah. They put some stank on it.
They put a little stank on it. They put a little Irish on it. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that's
cool.
Right. Ooh. Oh boy.
This is cool. The color scheme change is wild in this.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh, I'm eating it. I'm eating it. Whoop. Whoop. Oh no.
They you know what this reminds me of that I didn't connect till now, but it reminds me a little bit of I've only seen the first one, but the Spider-Verse movies where they're they do very over-the-top expressive changes of color and atmosphere and stuff to express changes of scene and mood.
Yeah, that's actually a really good comparison. It's very stylized while still staying sort of grounded to its visual elements. Whoa! I've never seen him do that attack before. I'm gonna
In all
Goku
30 times fighting
healing.
him. Oh shit! Spirit bomb him.
Yep. Yeah, in my 30 attempts at beating this, I never saw that. Oh god. Heal, 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 heal. Oh, I jumped into it. Round 2.
Oh,
Let's
did you
go.
just parry that?
Yeah, man.
Or was that it? Oh, okay. Oh, damn.
Got him. You hit him with one of these. One of these.
So those are your special abilities that you were talking about earlier? Those
Yeah,
kinda,
exactly.
the things that trigger the cutscenes? Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. It's hard to tell because it's a boss fight. What's the? I mean that is to the game's that's. I mean this in a complimentary way where it's sometimes in a boss fight.
Oh
it'll
no!
Oh, you
I
got
was
blown
so
up.
close! No!
Oh, damn, dude. Damn, dude.
Oh, brutal.
31 times, I guess.
Oh. We'll get him. We'll cut. We'll pretend that. But I think you get an ability here that's... Whoa, was I just riding him for a second? That was cool. An ability here.
You get an ability from beating the boss fight?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things you unlock them over time, like a Metroidvania. This is where you get one of them.
Oh, cool, yeah. It's also like Mega Man, where you get abilities from killing bosses.
Yeah, but weirdly not abilities that line up with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of them are more I don't know, you killed this forest lady, and then you'll get the ability to capture items on the ground. It's shouldn't I get a tree ability or something?
Should I be able to shoot roots out of my
Yeah,
hair?
or I don't know. Not
killing
set
Root
myself
Man?
on fire. Trees wish they could do that, I'm sure.
Yeah, you think trees have like depression issues or something?
Absolutely. You ever talked to a tree before?
I
Been high enough for
Listen.
that yet, Jeremy?
listen. You're out in the desert. You just could run into a little Joshua tree. And you're like, "What's up, dude?" And sometimes you commune with nature. Sometimes you commune with evil nature.
Gosh, it's a long fight too. Goddamn. Come on. Come on.
It's an interesting historical period. I can't think of many games that, like maybe Assassin's Creed and the Prince of Persia games, and like I can't think of many other games that kind of like draw inspiration from this historical period. I'm sure there are some that I'm ignorant of, but it's definitely not like one of the more popular. You don't see it as much as like 1500s medieval Europe knights and shit.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I fucked that up too. Real. Yeah, there's not a lot of games that I feel like approach this era of history or this part of the world even. Like, the only Assassin's Creed that I think really gets into this is Origins. And that's in Egypt, even.
Yeah, the first one had a little bit of Middle East, didn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it did. And I guess Mirage now takes place in ancient Baghdad.
I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since Black Flag. It's been a while.
You're not missing much.
Fair enough.
I like them, but they're not... I mean, this is definitely the best Ubisoft game I've played in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've only played 1 and 4 of Assassin's Creed. I liked the first one a lot, but then I just fell off. I should play the one... was it 3 that's in New England, like colonial New England?
Yeah.
I should play that one because that's where I grew up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can see your old friend
1700s.
Ben Franklin.
Yeah, I love Ben Franklin.
My boy. We go way back.
I read in high school. I read John Adams' biography, and boy, does it paint a pretty negative picture of Ben Franklin as a lazy, like sleeps all day, philandering, real piece of work.
That Benjamin.
I mean, he invented stuff, but I mean, he put a key on a kite? Like, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
What kind of middle
smarty
school
pants.
science project bullshit is that?
Honestly. Oh, what are we going to give a guy a Nobel Prize for putting baking soda in a volcano? Like, get over yourself.
Yeah, like, he mixed 2 different flavors of Kool-Aid powder? That's not an invention.
Ooh, yeah, whatever, dude. Potato clock? Shut up.
Shut up, dude. You didn't invent anything.
God.
I'm Googling what did Benjamin Franklin invent. Oh, bifocals. That's a pretty good one. I gotta hand it to him
glasses?
on that one. I think he had the like 2 different prescriptions. But that's what I'm saying. He's just like, he was like, what if lemon lime Gatorade was mixed with the cherry one? And people were like, he's a genius.
What if I put codeine in the Sprite? Thank you, Ben.
The scissor was in 2 styrofoam cups.
Yes.
He invented the lightning rod again. You kind of just stumble on that.
You just like put metal on the ground and it was raining outside. He didn't invent shit.
He didn't invent lightning.
I think when I was a kid, I thought he did. Like, just the way they described the story, it's like Benjamin Franklin invented lightning. It was like, okay, sure.
He's stealing Zeus's thunder, literally.
Literally.
So literally. He invented the Franklin stove. Dude, you know what? Like, that's like me that's like I put like fins on a computer monitor, and that's like, oh, that's the Jane monitor. It's different. It's different because it cools differently.
You can tell it's different because it's special. It has fins.
You can tell it's different because I added some very slight tweaks to it.
I made it better.
Oh, the Franklin stove is lined with metal to better heat the room. Whatever, dude.
Sure, dude.
Whatever, bro. Oh, okay. Well, it seems like this list of inventions goes on and on. So maybe he invented the urinary catheter. That's Ben Franklin invented that?
They don't call it the Benjamin for nothing.
He's in critical condition. We need to put a Benjamin in him.
Hit him with a Benjamin.
Hit him with a Franklin.
Here we go.
Got him. He's flatlining.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, dude.
Hey, you know what got me through to the end? It was the Benjamin Franklin catheter.
It was the Benjamin Franklin catheter.
I have to go so bad, but thank God I have that to help me
Thank God
calf.
for old Benny Frank.
Yeah. And I have freed the dog.
Nice. See, I love when a game, if you're going to make me fight a dog, let me liberate it. Don't make me kill it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I 100% agree. All dogs go to heaven, except for when they're fighting me. They just go to bed. They just have a little nap, and they wake up.
Give him a little pet. Give him a little pet. Come on. Do it.
I'm sorry, you can't pet the dog. It's not that kind of game.
Too respectful. I mean, he's like a majestic forest demon. I'm not.
Yeah, his name's Chamrosh. I don't know if like you get to pet Chamrosh or not.
Yeah.
I would like to show you my
Pet Anubis. Just pet Anubis one time.
Just a quick little
You
boop
have
on the
triumphed
nose.
over 1,000 foes, yet there is one place, deep within you, that remains beyond reach. A secret, one you cannot avoid forever. Only you can unlock it. Thank you again, Sargon. The forest and the Soma tree are safe.
I can't get over the fact that his name is Sargon. It's cracking me up.
It's every time they say it, I'm like, oh no, is he gonna hit me with a diatribe? I don't want to hear this.
I can't move past it. I keep expecting a
These
Rhea.
games are woke.
These woke games.
There we go. I got some more ayahuasca.
More Soma, baby.
Beauty. And look, now
Let's
I
get
have more
messed
health. Whoa!
Oh, nice.
Now I bet I could beat that boss on the first try, not the second try.
Awesome.
Abusing
This
the
looks really
healing
good,
ability.
man. I might go play this today.
Dude, hell
This looks
yeah.
really good.
It's, yeah, Ubisoft Plus, if you're one of those people, you can give them $15 a month, or you can just buy it with a regular amount of money for a video game. I think it's $50 on, not Steam, GOG, Epic. It's not on GOG. Epic, Ubisoft Store, if you're one of those people. PlayStation, Xbox, Switch. Runs great on Switch. It's actually Target was making it for the Switch, so it runs really well on there. It's like 1080p 60 when you have it docked, 720p 60 when you're playing portable. If you're playing on a console, it's like 120 FPS or something, 4K. It's, you know, it's really impressive if you care about frame rates and pixels. But here we just picked up a feather, and now we can do new things. It's called a dimensional claw,
Nice.
which I will show off real quick, and then we'll call it a vid.
Yeah, rip a hole in reality.
Oh, don't worry, I'll rip it. I'll rip and tear.
Rip reality.
So
a
you
new
hit
one.
B, and where'd it go? It's in my dimension pocket. Boom. So now they have this whole new puzzle solving tool and combat tool where you can go around and just pick things up and bring them with you, including enemies. Like if you're in
whoa.
combat, well, I would have picked that guy up if he didn't walk into me. Well. He did it again. Come here. But he won't blow it up because he's not a bomb. But this one is.
Oh, that's crazy. So you could just like throw enemies at enemy. Wow.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
This game is nuts, dude.
It's like so much more than I thought it was going to be. And I already thought it was
yeah.
going to be good.
That's really cool.
Boom. There you go.
Oh, awesome, man. Thank you for showing me this game. This rules.
Yeah, I hope everyone that checks it out has a good time and makes it their game of the year because it deserves to be there. Nothing else will come out in the next
Calling
2
it in
months.
January.
Yeah,
that's a
baby.
really bold move, dude.
You know, I'm all in on the Prince of Persia. I love Ubisoft.